Well, good morning. This is week 2 of entrepreneurship. So, we're off to a great start. A lot of you have your business ideas. Some of you had a little bit of problems because you didn't get the book yet, and the assignment's going to be a little late. Not a big deal because we're just getting started. Some of you are already done with your hobbies, interests, and skills, which is where you want to start the business. And to set the tone, we're going to think about how to start a business. You're going to definitely start a business with a little one, right? So you don't need brick and mortars, although one of you already has a brick and mortar store. I think 4 of you are already in sales, which is great. And so I'm just going to help you structure the idea of how to run a business. And most of you who want to start a business, this is not going to be your last one. You're going to be doing this on and off throughout your life just because it's so convenient and profitable, especially when you kind of learn how to do it. The reason why we have hobbies, interests, and skills is so you don't get married to one idea. You want an idea, but you want to give your mind a little room to roam. So as you have better ideas, our new technologies, our strategies, our business partners, our ideas, you can go ahead and be a little bit of fluid and move along with it. So as you're learning from each other and you have these good ideas, remember, this is the process of learning. And not until you get into sales, like 1,000 or 10,000 in sales, do you really need to start settling into who your accountant is and who your LLC is, or if you ever do need a brick and mortar store. So that's a little bit different way of thinking about it. So what we're interested in is figuring out a value proposition for a customer and see if they want to buy it, right? So once you're in that frame of mind, maybe you thought they wanted this, but they want this instead. No problem. Business names are pretty flexible. And as you know, as businesses grow, sometimes their names match exactly and sometimes they don't. So if you don't have your book, get the book. And now we're going to be on to week 2. Make sure you get your assignment in. And we're learning this process together and you're learning from each other. So don't get wrapped up into the idea that you have to know exactly what you're going to do. So, first things first, you're going to start with your business name. So there's an assignment so that you can think of a lot of business names. Remember that Google had to go over 1,000 before they settled on Google. So if it takes you a few, no big deal. And besides, once you have a big name, sometimes you have names underneath it, like there's Nike, here's Air Jordan, and here's all the other ones that go along with it. Then you're going to do a Pinterest search. So Pinterest used to be like for crafty type people, and now there's tons of information on Pinterest. And remember, the high water mark for this class is so that you can learn how to learn. So Pinterest is going to be useful now, but as you go through this, this is a good way to start searching for you want. So you need a business name and you need a Gmail email. That Gmail email will eventually be used for Facebook, right? It's going to be used for your Instagram account. Eventually, it can be used for QuickBooks accounts, all those things down the road. So we're just kind of getting started with some of these assignments. So you're going to have 3 assignments in one. And then you notice your hobbies, interests, and skills was to share with everyone. What we're trying to do is learn the process of how to think like an entrepreneur, because there's no business that exists that didn't have to go through this entrepreneurial experience. So if you want to know how businesses run, you really have to know how they got started. So you're going to get started with your own business and hopefully generate a little bit of revenue. Some of you are like, look, man, I've been doing this, like, no problem. We can scale you up. I teach this in a year-long format where if you want to hire an employee and get your accountant and get your lawyer, we can scale for sure, but we don't want you to be intimidated. So if you're like, I've never done this before in my life, no big deal, right? So we're getting started, and business isn't like school where you start here and you end here. That's not really how business works. You start somewhere and then you progress, and sometimes you keep going, and sometimes you pivot, and sometimes you stop, and sometimes you start again. So that's the process that you're going to go through. So if you don't have that his report done, I got that extension, right, until Thursday night. And then you want to get to your assignment, which is going to be the Pinterest. And that's an assignment that you want to do. You're going to work on your business name. And once you have a business name, then you're going to be working on your email address. And this is going to progress through the whole summer in this process. Remember, I'm easy to connect with. You all have my email. Some of you who want it faster or you're thinking about something over here, I am available. These videos just make sure that we can have a face and a name. So all of you did really well on your introduction. Some of you didn't do a video. So I'm doing this live on YouTube, and this is the first time I've done live. So I'm not sure who will watch it live, but then the recording I'm going to post. So in entrepreneurship, and it looks like this is the rest of our life, there's always going to be new tools that we're going to utilize. So I'm utilizing a new tool. Do I know how to use it? Nope. Do I need to? Nope. Is this going to be my best one? Probably not. But that's what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to model that. I jump into stuff that I don't know how to use. And after a while, I get better at it, just like you. But I also will give you a little bit of grace. So if you're like, I should have done a video, your first one was supposed to be a video. If you didn't do a video and you typed it, all right, you still passed, you still did great. If you want full points, we're going to try and work on videos. We're trying to stretch you a little bit and teach you how to learn so that you can take this skill set and use it wherever you want and go as far as you want. All right, so this concludes week 2. Thank you. All of you are participating. You have really good ideas. We're in great shape. All right, till next time.